Hi everybody, you ready to make a shot glass tray with me? I'm going to use some metallic foil in different colors. I got that little jar from Michael's craft store, and join me and I'll show you how I do it. Inside where the shot glasses go, it says give it your best shot, and then you can see it when it's done. So if you are trying to buy a mold like this, you want to buy it on Amazon, okay? And look for one that says that, give it your best shot. Also has an area where you can, you know, where it's going to make a hole so you can hang it on the wall, okay? So let's add some foil to this. So of course it comes in these little clumps, right? And then you want to kind of spread it out. You don't have to spread it out. I mean, you don't have to, you don't have to work it into the bottom of the tray, but I think it's a good idea to do it. Now this is kind of covered up. So, and there's different colors in here, as you can see. So like a bronze, a gold, pretty blue, and a green, and a purple. And I really like it. Look at this baby. Come here. You can use a glove to push it down. I looked for my gloves, but I recently moved my studio upstairs into a spare room because my youngest finally moved out of the house, and so now this is my studio, and I'm having a hard time finding things. That ever happened to you, or you have a hard time finding stuff? So I have used, well, there's a pretty red right there too, that's here. So they sell this at Michael's, and they sell it in different blends of colors. So this was the one that I really liked, but they also have it in pinks and more summery colors. I like this because it's just real fall looking to me. So I'm gonna do this in 2 steps. If you've watched any of my other videos, like when I put the flowers in the bottom of the tray, I do clear epoxy. I do a first layer with clear epoxy so that you can see the flowers, and I'm gonna do that as well with this. This is a little bit harder to work with than the flowers, for me at least. It's so lightweight, it just is ready to fly around. But I think it's good to use gloves to kind of blend it, and I'm afraid it's gonna stick to my finger. I'll try using my finger. I feel like it's gonna stick to it. Maybe not. I saw somebody do this in sheets. They were doing a big round tray, and she did it in sheets, and I can kind of see why she did, because this is probably going to take forever to do. But oh, look at these beautiful colors here. So I think you guys get the idea. So I'm gonna put it in there and press it down. And then I will film when I put the epoxy in it, okay? And that way, you don't just have to watch this whole thing. But as you can see, it's multicolors. It's gonna probably look different on the other side than it will on this side. So I think it's gonna be really pretty. And I'll be back. Okay, here's what I've got so far. Oh my gosh, there's such a shadow here. I want to show you up close though. Can you see that? I got the light, it's just shining on it way too much, isn't it? Sorry about that. Anyway, lots of colors, very shimmery, really pretty. I'm trying to get the light on it better. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be places, see, you can see where you can see the light. There's going to be places where it's not going to be perfect because I'm doing it with these little strips. It's nice to make it variegated, but I've been working on it for quite a while. So I'm going to do a little more, and then I'll talk about pouring the epoxy. I just wanted you guys to see. So I'm kind of taking it up on the sides, and I'm also doing it on top of the shot glass. So I may just pour clear over the whole thing. I thought about doing it in 2 steps, but because it flies around so much and it wants to get up and cling like onto this area and stuff, I just feel like I need to just do a big epoxy pour. So I don't think it's gonna fall out, but I'm afraid to turn it upside down to show you guys, but very pretty. So it's quite festive. I like it. I think it's perfect for this time of year. Okay, I'll be back when I'm ready to pour. Oh, okay, I'm mixing the epoxy. I was like, why is that picture in the screen? Oh, because that's where the camera is. Okay. You can see it's very cloudy right now, so when you're mixing your epoxy, you don't want it to be cloudy like that. That just means it's starting to mix. So I'm just going to mix it. In case you're somebody who's never really mixed it before. It's quite milky looking. I started thinking, did I have white paint on the end of this stick? But it's starting to get a little bit clearer. Can you see that? It's a little bit clearer now. It was pretty milky. It's getting a little bit clearer. You want to really make sure that you mix your epoxy well, or it will not dry appropriately, and all your work will be for nothing. So scrape the sides a lot, scrape it back and forth like this way. Just constantly be scraping it while you're doing it. You're supposed to wear gloves. I told you guys I couldn't find my dang gloves, so I'm not wearing them. Should wear a respirator. It's getting even clearer. See that? A few little bubbles, so you're going to torch the bubbles out. I warmed it up, and I think I might have gone over that, but I warm it up. I keep it out in the garage, and then I get a little bucket of hot water and pour it out. You pour out each side separately. So I did 3 ounces of epoxy and 3 ounces of hardener. And that's how it usually comes, you know. It's a ratio 1 to 1. You get two bottles of it when you get it, whatever size you order. And it's looking pretty clear, but I just want to make sure. And you don't want to mix it ahead of time because it only has a certain amount of time, certain lifetime, you know, and it starts to get gooey and sticky. I have seen people work with it gooey. It's pretty cool. I didn't even know you could do that, but you can. And they made it work. They did a beautiful painting, and different sections had different colors and different embellishments in it. In the epoxy, it was absolutely gorgeous. And some of her epoxy got sticky, and it still worked. So I think that's looking pretty dang good. I haven't used epoxy in a while. It is a messy, messy thing. Let me just say that much. So I am going to lay the stick on here because I don't want it, because it gets thrown away. You can't really reuse it. But it's looking pretty good. I just wanted to show you that. Just fast forward through it if you've already seen it. I won't waste your time, but some people like to see. I know I have wanted to watch and see how it was done. Okay, that's looking nice and clear. So see the difference between how cloudy it looked, and you can see it maybe better that way. Pretty dang clear. All right, let's see what happens when I pour this. It could be a disaster. I don't know, you guys. Just had this idea in my head, and looking at it, it's looking pretty trippy. I hope it turns out really good. But we're gonna find out. So I'll pour it. I don't remember if this is enough or not. I might have to add more. If I do have to add more, then I think what I'll do is probably add a shimmer to it to kind of fill in the spots. So I don't think it's gonna be quite enough, and it will level out. Looks like it's not gonna come up over the edge, maybe just barely. So I guess it probably needs a few more ounces. Whoops, I don't know, maybe not. It's kind of coming over the edges now. Let's see. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to cover it or not. Maybe it is. Not quite up to the edge, so it won't be super strong, so I will have to add a little more. I can see that it's not really quite up to the edge. No, well, no, actually it looks like it is in some spots. I might just not, it might not be completely level. I'll have to take a better look at it, but I will definitely show you guys the end result. And I'm gonna cut it there. So there it is. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. It's been a couple of days since I poured the foil. Here you can see it, I hope, yes. And I ended up putting some black in there. I didn't have enough, so now I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap it. And I'm gonna tell you that, I like to do this part first. It's always a little bit difficult. Oh, let's see. Is it gonna come out easy? Yep, it did. There we go. Okay. And let's see how it looks. Come on, baby. Oh, it's stuck there. Oh, I'm afraid I'm gonna rip it. Okay. Not sure what that's all about. It is a little bit stuck, you guys. It's a little stuck. Oh, there it goes. Always makes me nervous, makes me afraid that I'm gonna rip it. Come on, there you go. Come on. Okay, there we go. There it is. What do you guys think of that? Do you like it? It's kind of hard to see that way. Let's see, there's a lot of light on it. Let's see if I can bring it up closer. If you can see it better. If I take that light away, is it gonna be better that way? I don't know. There it is. And it's black on the back. So I might have, maybe I have too much light on it. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But I love these colors in it. Very fall looking, very pretty. It's nice and smooth. So one problem I had was with putting the foil on the edges like this. Some of the foil stuck up, you know, up to the top of the mold. And it made it rough right here on the edges. It's a little bit rough right there. And it made it a little rough on the edges. Now see, there's one. That's one where it really stuck up. And I've taken an X-Acto knife to it and worked on it. But you can see I'm going to maybe have to warm that up just a little bit just to get that off. And that's the foil. So if you're going to do one of these with the foil on the sides, be really careful. Okay, just be really careful. And I'll go get some shot glasses and stick some shot glasses in there. Somebody had messaged me on my flower one and told me that they had bought some shot glasses and it wouldn't fit. So I don't know if they got the wrong mold or what, but I'll go get some shot glasses and stick it in there and show you guys how it looks. Okay, and there it is with the shot glasses. And then you just carry it like that and serve the shots to people. And that way you don't have spills and you don't have to stack them. One more thing I'm going to tell you. So for the black that I used, you can use black ink if you want. You can use paint, but I have this stuff by Golden, and it's carbon black, and it's a very liquidy. So I don't know what you call it, but like you can hear it shaking in there. So it's like an ink, but it's acrylic actually. And I put that into the mix here. So when I originally poured, I poured 6 ounces, 3 and 3. It wasn't enough. So then I mixed up another 1.5 ounces each. So another 3 ounces. So 6 ounces and another 3 ounces. And I had about 1 ounce left. I probably only needed 2, but I didn't want to not have enough. And then I want to say I put like 6 drops of this golden black into the epoxy and mixed it in after the epoxy was all mixed up. Okay, and again, I got the foil at Michael's. Okay, and I probably used about 1/2 jar of the foil. I do like how the black is coming through. I thought about doing white, but because it's winter and I wanted it to be more kind of sexy or romantic or, you know, evening party-ish kind of a look, I did it that way. So I'm going to put this for sale on my Etsy. I don't have anything on Etsy right now, but I am making some shot glass holders, and it's under Add Color Studio. That is the name of my Etsy shop. If you're interested, I am going to have some for sale up there in a couple of days, and I will put everything I used in the description. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know, and please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. It really helps my channel. Thank you.